Satan's assignment is to put you in fear. Many of you have a great potentials, but you have not been able to unleash your potentials because you walk in fear. Many of you are supposed to be the big guys, but now you are a servant. You are like a Jehu who have been anointed to be a king of Israel and rather become a slave under someone who is supposed to rule. He's serving 14 years. It takes an intervention of Elijah for him to become a king. So many of you walk in fear. You can't take risks because you walk in fear. Let not my father kill me. In my village, there's something in my village. Nobody buy car. So you have money to buy car. You can't buy car. You become a village champion. You worship the gods of your fathers. In my village, this thing we came from Ishai. Anybody that do this thing will die. Anybody will die, you kill my uncle. If anybody want to dress good, your uncle. And you come to church with a smelling body because your village, people must smell dirty. And that is what you become. You are walking in fear. You cannot live a flamboyant life. You cannot live a comfortable life because Satan has put you in fear. And he has made you to believe that so long as you go beyond this boundary, you will die. And that's what happened to Job. In Job chapter 3 verse 25, so what a great fear has come upon me, because fear is expectation. Whatever you are whatever you are afraid, you are expecting it. But thanks be to Jesus. In Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 15, he said, he have delivered us from the power of fear. Fear to die, he have delivered you. Fear to be poor. Fear to fail in life. Fear not to drive your own car. Jesus have delivered you. Fear. Have delivered. Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 15. He said, who have delivered us from the power and the fear of death. He delivered them through the fear of death. Where all the days of their life in bondage. All the days of your life, you are being bondage. You can't take risks. You can't. No, the courts we enter court. Papa, me, I don't want problem. I don't want problem. And you cannot be made great if you don't take risks. Risk takers are solid makers. You have not done what you ought to do. And because you are walking in fear, you are afraid that what kill your father will kill you. What kill your mother will kill you. What kill your sister will kill you. So you walk in fear. Do you know that there are certain people, pastors even in this city, that every year they do a certain sacrifice for juju in their village. Say it's their family culture. As the people gather to thank God, they gather to do village meetings. Some of them send money to village if they don't come, so that they will kill goat and cow for the fear of ancestors. Ancestors. They don't answer problem. They only answer organization in the grave. That is a fear you have. It's your ancestors. That's what you have. You walk in fear. A young girl cannot use his mind fully to marry. He walk in fear. So he married with a guy. The guy genuinely loved the girl, but the girl walk in fear, suspicious. Before my mother loses marriage, let me overprotect it of my marriage, and automatically what happened to their mother will happen to them. It's fear. Fear is a policeman of the devil. Nobody achieves greater things with fear. Fear will make you unproductive, unfruitful, and that's what Satan does. Satan is not powerful. Satan came to sow seed of fear. Satan came to sow seed of fear. If Satan is powerful, why must Satan allow you to sleep before you show you bad dreams? It could have come to you while you are not asleep to show you bad dreams. Satan walk in the night. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 25 tell us about Satan. What did he say about him? He said, while men slept, the wicked man came in the night. He's a coward. He only comes when you are sleeping. What does it mean to sleep? What does it mean to sleep? To be ignorant. When you are ignorant of things, you are asleep. The gods of this world has blinded them. To be ignorant means to be sleeping. When Satan knows that you are asleep, he comes and he sows his ties. That's what Satan does. He's a coward. He can't come. He operates in tricks. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse number 10. It says, finally, brethren, put the whole armor of God, that you'll be able to be strong in the Lord and the power of his mind. The verse number 11. Put the whole armor of God, that you'll be able to stand against the wickedness of the devil. For what the wickedness of the devil, the strategies of the devil. Satan don't have power. He has strategies. He have strategies. He will set an appetite. Satan cannot tell you to go and sleep with a girl. No, he will manipulate a girl to come. And when you see it, the body sensation will come. It's a trap setter. Satan have no power. It's a mind strategies. And that's why we tell you to stay close to God. And that's why we tell you to know God for yourself. Satan is set to destroy you. There is nothing the Satan can give you. There is nothing that is yet to come that they have not come before. There is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. It's the same strategy, technicality Satan used for Jesus in Matthew chapter 4. The same thing is still using today. Turn this stone to be bread, to be made bread. That's what you are doing for. What do you mean? Compromise. Sell your integrity. Policeman sell his integrity for money. So the truth is this one, where black suit, he said na green. Oh God, now you can't teach me my job. This is the green. Because policeman have turned the stone to bread. Means a lie at the detriment of your future. That's what they do. And that's what our politicians are doing now. We want to sponsor agriculture. And yet, he could take money for himself. Lies and deceptive. He turned the stone to bread. The same technicalities. What else? If thou be the Son of God, turn this stone to be made bread. Yes. He will set an appetite for you. Your desire is to be like Davido, wearing a chains on his neck. And because you feel like it is, and that is what can happen to that boy, that he never died, they bury him alive. Bumba. And they dig his grave, and somebody who they die, they bury, he will now boarding blood. Have you seen a dead person coughing blood before? When you die, you don't see blood. They bury him alive. They put him an assassin on him, and he sleep, and he therefore, and they bury him. So the heat of the grave kill him, because he want to put chain for the neck. He's not a dog. He want to be like a dog. Watch the people you want to follow. You want to follow Snoop Dogg? You want to follow Tupac? Watch their end. Watch their end. For the prudent man will look at evil and hide himself. The thing is that never follow any man if you don't know where he's going. We know where Jesus is going. We know where we have been called. He said, look up to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. We know where he is. He said, in my Father's house there are many branches. If it were not so, I will not tell you so. There are branches. I knew where I'm going. Even if I die today, I know where I'm going. My Bible tells me where I'm going. He said, he's sitting at the right hand of the God. I know where I'm going. He said, I will find rest even in death. In Revelation chapter 14 verse 30, he said, I will find rest in death. He said, I heard the angel say a voice from heaven and said to me, he said, write this thing down. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 30. And write, he said, blessed are those who die in the Lord. I not die in alcohol. I die in the Lord. Blessed are those who die in the Lord. So there is a blessing even to die in the Lord. There is a blessing to die in the Lord. One of my sons in Abo, he came from what they call it outside country on Friday, and on Monday they poisoned him to death because of each money that he hit in the name of Azar or something. The boy knows everywhere, bleeding blood, and that's how he ends his life. He came outside. Take your seat. He came from outside, and he came. And you see, I don't know how much the money is. Call it $100,000. Call it $200,000. No amount of money that is worth your life. No amount of money that is worth your life. No amount of money is worth your life. No amount of money that is worth your life. He said, I will show you the glory of this world. Bow to me and take all of them. And say, it's only God that we should worship. Why must we worship God? 3 reasons why you must worship God. Number 1, God have life. There is no product on earth that have life. God have what? God have what? Life. Life is the foundation of human race. No matter the car, no matter the billions, no matter what you have, if you don't have life, it's nothing. Can you buy a Range Rover for a dead uncle? Can you build a house for a dead mother, a dead father? So you cannot even compare. God have life. In John chapter 1 and verse 1, the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The same was the beginning. All things were made by him. Without him, nothing was made as was. In him there was life. And the life was the light of man. And the light shineth in darkness. In the verse number 4, he repeated. He said, in him there was life. In him there was life. And the life was the light of man. And the light shineth in darkness. And darkness comprehended not. So God is a life. And that's why we say God first. God first. The boy was poisoned. The boy was poisoned for money. The question is, how long can he do? Have you seen Nigeria politicians have never stopped looting Nigeria resources? But did they have joy? 90% of Nigeria politicians are on peace. 90% of them, confidently speaking to you, they are on peace. They are on peace. I told God, if you want to, even anything, the last person I never want to be a president of Nigeria. I don't want to be. No. I don't want to be. Except Nigeria take a new shape. All those sleeping presidents, moving around, and sleeping presidents, they hold them, they write things for them. No, I don't want to be. I don't know. They cause that presidential seat with something. Normal people will never enter. Either they carry them, they give statement to them. Sometimes they are coming, they see, they can even pass. They see, Oga, come sit down here. This is how you're supposed to see. He forgets where he's going. Have you ever seen a man build a good house, good car, and his time has come? He going to house, he see his house, and he passing over the house. They say, I know you did not vote for me, but I'm there. I'm surprised you see me here. If they did not vote for you, how do you be there? And because God is not in it, they don't have a sure house. Only sure house can be made by God. In First Samuel chapter 3 and verse 35. First Samuel chapter 3 and verse 35. I will find a faithful servant who will do after my heart, and I will build him a sure house. A sure house. Sure house come from Jesus. Sure marriage come from Jesus. Sure house come from Jesus. First Samuel chapter 3 and verse 35. He said, I will build him a faithful servant will I find, and I will build him a sure house. A sure house. God will build you what? A sure house. You cannot have a sure marriage outside God. You cannot have a sure money outside God. Have you never read in Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 1 to 2, the blessings of God maketh a man rich, and he added no sorrow. No sorrow. No sorrow. No sorrow. No sorrow. No sorrow. Listen, young man, never think God cannot lift you. It is not everybody who is blessed do crafty way the way you do. Never think God cannot lift you. God is a lifter of men. God is what? Let me hear you. God say what? God is what? God is a lifter of men. God does not bring people down. God is a lifter of men. First Samuel chapter 2 and verse 8. Watch God lifting people. First Samuel chapter 2 and verse number 8. Put the scripture for me. He said he lifted the poor from the doors. He raised up the poor from the door. And he lifted the beggar from what? From dunghill. God lift people. Please. God lift. Jesus lift people. You don't need to be a liar. You don't need to be a thief. You don't need to be smart. With your smart head, with your smartphone, you are still Mr. Smart Paul. With your smart head, with your smartphone, you are still Mr. What? Smart Paul. God is a lifter of a man. If you trust God, he will lift you. He will lift you. In John chapter 6 and verse 44, Jesus said, no man cometh unto me except he that sendeth me draw him clothes, that he may lift them. That he may what? Lift them. God did not bring you to church to ridicule you. God did not draw you to church to waste your night. God bring you to church that he may lift you. Satan want to kill you. Satan want to destroy our sisters. Satan want to destroy our homes. Satan want to destroy our family. And that is why this month is said, we pray against satanic activities, and we go out there and tell the people what I'm telling you. Tell the people what I'm telling you. It's not normal. No sensible Nigerian man, as we are now, buying cigarette, and they write on the cigarette, every smoker is liable to die young. How many of you want to die young? Lift up your hands. You want to die young? Carry the same thing. Go to club and say, let them stop the meeting tonight. This is a Friday club. Ask the club manager, people that are drinking, say, how many of you want to die young? Nobody. They say, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. But you see, to live long or to die young is not confession. It's on the activities. A smoker take a cigarette and they write on it, every smoker is liable to die young. And you see, sometimes they even draw your liver and put it on the cigarette. You see, these guys, you see, sometimes if you buy cigarette, you see they draw their heart, people heart on such things. You can see they draw it on it. Now, how many of you will see poison and go and buy poison to drink? A spirit are controlling people to do that, to do that, to do that. A young boy will see money and nothing he think about it. He will walk. Do you know? Let me come back to even to your work. This Yahoo work we do. Some of you, even without all night, you have been doing all night all the days of your life. You have been doing system and doing all night. The side effect of your work is your eyes. I was saying to a pastor, in the next 30 years, every pastor, any doctor, medical doctor that is sick, and eye doctor will make money in Nigeria, because all those phones where you say you are glued at, they have side effect on your eyes. It will not turn now. Before your 40s, you may not see things all right. You have to be using what they call it, eyeglasses and all that. Many of you catalysts and things then we go to do to you. And some of you work all those things to make money in the night. When one woman, God have favored you, one person send you money from America, $10,000, $20,000. A young boy have seen money. He forget all the suffering he suffer in the night. He rather to go to club, chair, na you. Then he be throwing the money on air. Throwing the money on air. Girl will shake bomb for them. Your mama bomb did not satisfy your father. Now girl for club that will satisfy you. No, you see, the foolishness is that Satan has blinded you. You see, he said the gods of this world has blinded them. Even if I'm not born again, and because if I'm not born again, I'll be blind. That's the gospel truth. Because no sensible person will make money on the high note, and they will come into club, a place where and they start throwing money. Be throwing money like this. He said, "Call me my name. Call my name." He said, "Call my name," and be throwing money. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, and cash flow. He forget the subscription he have done many years. He forget the things he go through to get the money. He will not use the money to do anything meaningful for himself. Anything meaningful for himself. There's a young guy that they were calling me for. He's dying. Fine, handsome young guy. They naturally have a good family. If you see the guy's skin, you will love the guy. Very nice guy. And they have this soft skin. And he went to pierce earring for years. He did it one, he did it two. And the thing became a cancerous. And it grown and affected his face. So he went to do almost about face surgery for the guy. And now the thing itself became another thing. And he was dying. And the mother called me. I said, "Send me a picture." When he sent me the picture, the mother called me 17 times. I put his number, I block it, and I block it, I block it, I block it, and I block it. Even if I die and come back, my number is still blocked. You see, it is a suicider. Suicider. Satan wants to take your life. Satan is not interested in the car you drive, because the car you will leave it. He will give to another person. What is interested is to take your life. He wants to take your life. He wants to give you HIV. This busybody where you think say you find up and down, where you see men, and where some of the guests now when they see car, new car, they don't want to cross road again. You see car, they don't cross road again. I don't know what is happening. Every now and then, car does not yes. They will take picture, selfie, and will be taking things and all these things. Busy. If you want to learn photographer, people are making money. Learn it where, make money with it, taking it and all those nonsense things they are doing. Busy on the road, advertising and praying for God for HIV virus. Until he get it, he will not rest. Satan want to destroy your life. Satan want to kill you. But thank God for Jesus. He came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I prophesy over everyone here. Any strategy the enemy is using on you, if you stand up to shout amen, may God deliver you this morning. If you stand up to shout amen, may God deliver you this morning. May God deliver you this morning.